Welcome to Miss K Movie Recap. Now I'll show you a crime thriller film from 2023 called Unlocked. Spoilers are coming, keep an eye out and be careful. The first scene of the film, we observe a fun-loving, happy, and active girl. Lee Nami. She works as a marketing staff for a startup company. She is a typical office staff who works hard every day. She also works part-time in her father's cafe. And her best friend is Jun-Yeong. She is content in her life and continues to have fun. Lee Nami loses her smartphone on the bus that night, and someone finds it. In the following scene, we see the boy with Lee Nami's phone. Nami's phone rings, and it's her best friend Eun-ju. He picks up and speaks through a voice changer app, ensuring that his voice is not recognized. So it appears that there is a girl talking. She found this phone on the bus and wonders if she should surrender it to the officers. Eun-ju tells her to wait because she will ask and tell Nami. She goes to Nami's home and makes her talk to the boy. They think he is a girl. She requests him to give the phone to Cafe Mizzy. With the notifications on Nami's phone, he begins to learn everything about her. Nowadays, everyone shares a lot of information online. He searches through Nami's friend list and learns about her interests. He gathers all of the required knowledge and plans to use it in his own unique way. He tries to access the phone, but its password secured. In a flash of wrath, he breaks the phone screen. The storyline changes to the crime scene. Because of the rain on the mountain, the dead body buried there emerges. Many police officers had gathered there to investigate. Woo Ji-man and Kim Young-ho are discussing who could have done this. And both of them suspect only one person, Ji-man's son. Because Ji-man and his son had planted a tree near where the body was discovered, plant food ingredients utilized by his son were discovered throughout the body, as if he is marking everything. Ji-man believes that his son left home 7 years ago but hasn't changed his address yet. He was not like that back then, and he lacked the bravery to end someone's life. He believes that his son is a phony, maybe stupid, but cannot kill anyone. Young-ho believes he may be collaborating with some terrible guys. And all of this was accomplished by the other guys. Ji-man also gets thinking that maybe this can happen. Young-ho asks if he will have contact with his mother. He tells that he left his mother sick and never came again. So it is impossible for him to stay in contact, but still, he will check once for the sake of investigation. Here the story may seem different to you in 2 parts, but they are interrelated. Actually, the boy who picked up the phone on the bus is Jun-Yeong, Ji-man's son. He got separated from his parents 7 years back because of differences between his father. Nami is at her father's cafe, and Sung-woo makes her a plumade. They don't sell it. This special drink is only for Nami. Jun-Yeong calls and tells Nami in a female voice that her phone screen is broken, as we know that it was he who broke it. He has sent it to the repair shop to get it fixed and paid the bill as well. So Nami can receive the phone over there. Nami goes to collect her phone at the address given by him. But things are not so straightforward here. Actually, this shop belongs to Jun-Yeong. He gets access to her password and under the pretense of fixing her broken phone screen, he installs spyware on her phone and clones her phone. Now he has the ultimate access of each and every movement of Nami's life. She takes her phone and leaves. Nami unexpectedly walks around and does everything with her phone. Every action, conversation, and text is monitored by Jun-Yeong. In the evening, he comes to the cafe to drink plumade, which Nami's father makes for her. So far Nami is unaware of him and has never seen him. He is a stranger to her. Although he knows everything about her, he insists on plumade, saying that he used to come here regularly earlier and used to order plumade. Nami makes it and gives it to him. Then they talk a little normally. And Sung-woo also looks at them. He asks Nami about the drink, and why did she give it? They don't even sell it. She says that he is a regular customer. Then Sung-woo keeps trying to remember his face. Nami comes home where she lives alone. Jun-Yeong digs into her phone all night. Ji-man checks his wife's phone, which reveals that she is still in contact with his son. She recently sent many supplies, including food. He discovers an address that could belong to Jun-Yeong, because he kept moving places. In the morning, we observe Nami going about her daily life. Throughout the night, Jun-Yeong made notes, noting every detail about her. He keeps an eye on her throughout the day. He knows quite a bit about Nami, her likes and dislikes. She lives alone in the house and is not even a landlord. Door lock pin. when she leaves home, where she goes, where she studied, what and how is she doing on the job, who is her friend, and who is her boss, with whom she is connected the most, with whom she talks the least. Nami also has a secret Instagram account from where she keeps criticizing her boss a little, also makes complete notes of all kinds of information. Now he has Nami's photo on his laptop. We see that he recently showed a picture of another victim, the person who has already died. That means this man is not normal. He is a psycho killer. Nami's boss raises her compensation only because of her hard work, and requests not to tell anyone. On the other side, Jun-Yeong arrives at Nami's place to look into everything. Ji-man has also obtained the address and wishes to locate Jun-Yeong. Young-ho gives him the information he used to change his address. Then he stopped using the phone and he filed a lawsuit for fraud in 2019. He reaches Jun-Yeong's house to investigate, where he gets the same notes, and these are of 8 girls. At number 9 is Nami, who is about to become a victim. He had made similar notes for the former victim girl as well, like who is in her family, with whom she stays close, and what she does, just like Nami. Ji-man learns that the body found on the mountain was of this girl. Some of her pictures are also found from her last time because she was Jun-Yeong's recent victim. Jun-Yeong arrives at the house before he can figure out anything else. He discovers that Jimin is inside the house. He distracts him, brings him out, and sends him some far away. Until then, he removes all evidence. He runs away with his luggage. This luggage is really significant to him, because it contains his victim's phone, notes, and other belongings. This is like an accomplishment for him, like a record. Jun-Yeong goes to Sungwoo's cafe with his new professional ID as a digital security agent. He knows that Nami has some CDs to sell, so he gets them by pretending to buy them, and also sells her some match tickets. He orders plumade, which Sungwoo serves him. Sungwoo has a doubt about him. While dropping Nami home, he tells her to stay away from that boy, because he is getting negative vibes from him. He has never been to the cafe before because he remembers his regular customers, but Nami does not pay much attention to his words. Jun-Yeong is listening to all they say. Ji-man goes to see the last victim's mother. According to what she said, Jun-Yeong's pattern of ensnaring girls is precisely the same: breaking the phone screen, obtaining the password, and then cloning the device. Then keep an eye on them and get closer to them. He utilizes their house after murdering his victim. They survive on their money. Basically, he steals their identities. Jun-Yeong sends Sungwoo a message and also installs spyware on his phone. Then, by attacking him, he holds him captive in his own home. He now lives in his own house. To spoil Nami's life, Jun-Yeong leaks confidential information and frames her. Nami is fired from her job. Meanwhile, it rains heavily on the mountain, due to which 7 bodies buried there start appearing. Fear spreads everywhere and Ji-man gets upset. Now he has to catch his criminal son as soon as possible. Nami's life got disturbed and she goes with Eun-ju to report cybercrime, where he tells her to bring proof that her phone was hacked. She gets more worried that from where did she get the proof. Her dad texts her that he is taking off today. Jun-Yeong had done this message. Eun-ju and Nami contact their digital security friend, but she has gone on vacation. Nami remembers that the guy she met at the cafe is also in the safety security firm, so she contacts him. Jun-Yeong is torturing Sungwoo and explains his modus operandi and plan. He can easily do anything with anyone with the help of a phone. He goes to meet Nami and she tells him her problem. He tells in her phone someone put spyware. He also tries to make Nami believe that it was her best friend who is behind the spyware. Nami asks Eun-ju why she did that. Eun-ju feels very bad and angrily says that yes, she did all this. Now there is a misunderstanding between them. Ultimately, Jun-Yeong succeeds in isolating Nami from everyone important in her life. She angrily throws her phone, which causes her phone breaks. She realizes that everything begins from the same repair center, because before that, her life was going absolutely fine. Young-ho and Ji-man have to capture Jun-Yeong at any cost, because all these dead bodies are spreading the fear of his evilness everywhere. They also get the location of his shop. They go there, but Jun-Yeong, who is one step ahead, destroys all the evidence beforehand. Nami also comes there looking for him. Ji-man tells her everything about Jun-Yeong, except that he is a dangerous killer. Now Nami knows about Jun-Yeong. She realizes that there is still spyware inside her phone. She finds out from Ji-man's phone at the digital security agency whether Jun-Yeong works there or not. We know the answer to this: he does not work there. The whole story becomes clear in front of him, but still, there is one thing that is very critical and also very terrible, which we will know shortly. She makes a plan that they catch him before someone else becomes a victim. For this, she will continue to pretend to be unaware of the phone hack. Then she will call him to her house on the pretext, from where Ji-man can arrest him. Now she invites him to her house. Jun-Yeong comes home to greet her after a bit of a change. Ji-man and Young-ho are hiding and waiting for him. Jun-Yeong is merely outside the house right now. He even spots Ji-man, who arrives to arrest him. However, neither Ji-man nor Young-ho recognize him. He becomes irritated with them for telling them they are bothering the citizens and leaves. Extremely comfortable. But the point to ponder is, how could a father not know his own son, who had been away for just 7 years? So the solution will be found in the end. They both go to Nami's house and she turns on her old phone and put her SIM in it. They advise her to stay somewhere else tonight. That's why she thinks of going to her dad's house. Ji-man and Young-ho drop her off at Sung-woo's house. He also gives her his card, on which she writes that she will only text. And if she doesn't, then they should come immediately. Which would mean that something is wrong here. When she goes inside, she finds Jun-Yeong, who takes her hostage. On the way, Young-ho receives a call they found Jun-Yeong's body, whose DNA matches Ji-man. They do not understand what is going on. Jun-Yeong forces Nami to send a message to Ji-man that she is safe and will talk tomorrow. Then he takes her to his father. He kept him captive and put him in the bathtub. Threatening to drown him, he ties Nami's hands and feet. He also puts her in the bathtub so that his father may die because of her. And then he will finish her too. He takes the last picture of his victim like everyone else. Then comes into the hallway with ease. Then he picks up that visiting card. Actually, Nami had written on it no texts, only calls, because she had an idea that her other phone would also be hacked. And we know that when Jun-Yeong went to her house, he hacked her other phone as well. As he watches outside, Young-ho sneaks in, whom he proceeds to kill. But Ji-man catches hold of him and starts beating him. Now asks him a shocking question as to where Jun-Yeong is. He is asking his own son, where is Jun-Yeong? He begins crying and says that he is Jun-Yeong. Meanwhile, Young-ho gets Nami and Sung-woo out of the bathtub. Nami survives, but her father does not recover consciousness. When Ji-man opens the luggage, the truth is revealed to him. The total number of victims was actually 9, not 8. First and foremost, this criminal murdered Ji-man's son, Jun-Yeong. The one who was not a bad person just left the house due to estrangement in his house. He'd been the killer's first victim. He had taken copious notes about himself. Taking his identity, they portrayed him as a killer in front of everyone. As a result, everyone will blame him. Ji-man glances at his phone, which contains a photo of his genuine son from the previous instant. And we understand what a father is going through. In addition, the notes contain information on him and his wife. He discovers that he killed Jun-Yeong 7 years ago. He tells that he still talks to his wife as Jun-Yeong. Ji-man breaks down with grief and anger and is about to shoot him. But he starts to manipulate him with his words. Ji-man can't shoot him. Evil can manipulate a protector, but not a victim. Nami brings Young-ho's gun and shoots him. The officer takes the gun from her. Only then she sees that her father has also regained consciousness. She starts crying happily after meeting her father. Nami is sent to the hospital as she has gone through a lot of trauma. The police confiscate all the goods there. Everyone comes to know about the killer that he used to search for his victim online only. None of his identity has been found. Nami returns to her happening life with her father and Eun-ju, but she will always fear that he might again become a victim of such a person with this. The movie ends here. So friends, this was the story of Unlocked Movie, which is a South Korean crime thriller mystery movie. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more videos, please like, subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified of our latest uploads.